Hi everyone, this is Teacher Sarah, and for today's lesson, I will discuss how to tell time. But first, are you familiar in this object? Okay, this is what we call a sundial. A sundial is the earliest type of timekeeping device which indicates the time of day by the position of the shadow of some object exposed to sun rays. But today, we are not using a sundial. Instead, we use a clock. And we have two types of clock, the digital clock and an analog clock. This is a digital clock. It has a colon to separate the hour from the minutes, while an analog clock, or sometimes it's a wall clock, it has numbers from 1 to 12. Let's study the different parts of an analog clock. An analog clock has face and also hands. The short hand represents the hour hand. There are 12 numbers in the clock, and each represents an hour of daytime or nighttime, while the long hand represents the minute hand. Each number represents 5 minutes. So meaning we need to do skip counting by 5 to read the minutes. While this hand is what we call a second hand. And remember that all hands of this clock move clockwise or from right to left. Okay, can you tell me the difference of these two pictures? Very good. The first picture shows morning, while the second picture shows evening. And every morning, we use the abbreviation AM, which is short for antemeridiem. It is used in telling time during morning or from 12 midnight to just before 12 noon. Say for example, we are having a breakfast in the morning or at 8 a.m. While for evening or for afternoon, we use the abbreviation PM, which is short for post-meridiem. It is used in telling time during afternoon and also in the evening, or from 12 noon to just before 12 midnight. Now, let's proceed how to read a clock or how to tell time. Look at this analog clock. Again, remember that the short hand represents the hour hand and the long hand represents the minute hand. When we are reading a clock, you read first the hour hand, which is the short hand. And the short hand points between 3 and 4. But you always choose the smaller number, which is 3. And then, let's now read the long hand. And just like what I've said, the long hand, we have to do the skip counting by 5 to read the minute hand. So this is 5, 10. So meaning that the long hand points at 10 minutes. So this clock is, or this time is 3:10. Or you can also say it's 10 minutes after 3. Or 10 minutes past 3. Another example. Let's read the time. Again, always look at the short hand, and the short hand points between 8 and 9. Always choose the smaller number, so that is 8. And then the long hand. But you have to do the skip counting by 5. So this is 5, 10, and then 15. So meaning that the long hand points at 15 minutes. So this is 8:15. Or we may also say 15 minutes after 8. Or we can also say 8 quarter. Quarter means 15 minutes. Or quarter past 8 or 15 minutes after 8. How about this one? Can you tell me what time is this? Very good. This is 11:30. Very good. Or we may also say that it's 30 minutes after 11 or 30 minutes before 12. The other way in telling this time is half past 11. Half means 30 minutes. Past means after 11. Half past 11 or 11:30. How about this one? Can you please read the time? Okay, you look at the shorthand that points between 10 and 11. So we choose a smaller number 10. And then look at the long hand. You have to do skip counting by 5. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. But since it's not exactly at 7, so we count each line. So 35, 36, 37, and this is 38. So it points exactly at 38 minutes. So this is 10:38 or 38 minutes after 10. How about this one? Okay, very good. So this is 2, and then you do the skip counting by 5 to read the minute hand. It's 45 or 2:45. Or the other way in telling this time is 15 minutes before 3 or quarter to 3. So quarter to, it means 15 minutes before the next hour. Quarter to 3. How about this one? Okay, very good. This is 5:50 or 10 minutes before 6 because we only have 10 minutes, 5, and then 10 before the next hour. 10 minutes before 6 or 50 minutes after 5 or 10 minutes to 6. Let's write the time shown and word name for each of the clock. Okay, can you tell me what time is this? Very good. This is 9:15, or we may read that as quarter past 9 or 15 minutes after 9. How about this time? Okay, very good. This is 1:45 or 45 minutes after 1, or we can also say that it's quarter to 2, meaning that it's 15 minutes before the next hour. Let's draw the hands of the clock. Half past 10. If we say half past, it is 30 minutes after 10. So let's put the shorthand between 10 and 11. And then half past, let's put the long hand at 6. How about quarter to 6? Quarter to 6 meaning that it is 15 minutes before 6. So it's 5:45. How about 10 minutes before 9? So 10 minutes before 9 meaning it's 8:50. We put the shorthand between 8 and 9 and the long hand at 10 because you do the skip counting by 5. How about 11 quarter? 11 quarter means 15 minutes after 11. So that is 11:15. And that's the end of our discussion. I hope you learned something today. Goodbye, everyone.